The black community is not a monolith. There are many of us out there. You have light-skinned, dark-skinned, tall, short, disabled, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, atheist, gay, straight, transgender. You can even look at different cultures. You have West Indians such as Jamaican, Bajan, Trinidadian, African cultures, South African, Kenyan, Ghanaian, even black Americans who are the descendants of enslaved blacks who occupied the United States back when it was just getting started. And then you have Dominicans.
I know black, I know black, I know black. Impossible, I know black, I'm Dominican.
Because the black community or the African diaspora is so diverse, there's going to be some conflict here and there, as you see with any other group of people. For example, you have the black church and how they feel about homosexuality. Also, there's been some contention between Africans and black Americans. Unfortunately, now we're seeing in America that there's also intraracial tensions between black men and black women, specifically regarding how they're treated by law enforcement and white supremacists. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so on May 31st, I saw this tweet by CNN talking about an upcoming special called I Can't Breathe, Black Men Living and Dying in America. I thought this title was insensitive because I knew the special was talking about how police and white supremacists often kill black men, but black women are also targeted by these groups. And as I scrolled down the Twitter feed to see the response to the posting of this special, black women were also upset by the title. And I understand black men and black women are both targeted in the United States. However, we got to understand that America is a patriarchal society. I'm not saying that as an excuse, but that's what it is at the moment. With that being said, you're going to have these incidents where men are prioritized over women. Do I think that's right? No. And we have to make more of an effort to make sure that women are represented as well. Unfortunately, we've seen situations where black men have benefited from this patriarchal society. For example, Barack Obama became the first black president, and he was also a male. Also, with the 15th Amendment of the United States, black men were given the right to vote before any women of any race. And one last example, we can look at Fortune 500 companies. The only black CEOs at these companies are all male. On the flip side, the intersection between race and gender has made life very difficult for many black men in America. For example, we can look at incarceration rates. Black men actually are incarcerated more than any other group in the United States. And black men are also likelier to be killed by police officers than any other demographic as well. Regarding the last point, we've seen within the recent years several videos of black men being killed by police officers or white supremacists. We had Ahmaud Arbery recently, George Floyd, then we could look back at Eric Garner. My theory is that these videos that we see in mainstream media alongside these statistics of black men being killed is what might have added to CNN coming up with this title, alongside America being a patriarchal society. If you think about it, in many cases, videos tend to resonate more with people than actually hearing a story. You can hear a story about a black person being killed, but when you actually see the video, such as with Mr. George Floyd, it's tragic and it leaves a lasting impact on you. We don't really see many mainstream videos of black women being killed. The only one that I could think of most recently was a Tatiana Jefferson, and that was tragic as well. But ultimately, I just want to tell you all out there, especially black individuals, that all black lives matter, whether you're trans, gay, straight, West African, African, Black American, Dominican.
Be having the same hair. I be touching it like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, papi. It's not the same.
All black lives matter. And within the black community, we cannot afford to have all this internal bickering going on, especially at this point in American history. We've had the deaths of many black people televised for the world to see, and a lot of people are marching on behalf of black individuals. Black people as a unit have to work together to bridge these gaps, to mend these fractured relationships, and work as a unit. That's one of the ways that I feel black individuals can truly succeed in life and become greater than what we are. If you're a black individual and you're truly for the black cause, you can't discriminate against any black people, regardless of whether or not they're gay, straight, trans, a man or a woman, because we've seen these gender wars out here. Truly, black people have to learn about their history and how the slave trade throughout the world dealing with black individuals led to these fractured bonds between light skin and dark skin, this whole colorism debate where we're looking at white supremacy and Eurocentric ways of beauty as the ideal. And another thing, within the black community, we have to understand that getting along and working together doesn't mean we always agree with each other. When we look at straight and gay individuals, we got to understand that Some people might not agree with certain people's sexual orientations, but that doesn't mean you discriminate against them or treat them as less than a human being. So that's pretty much my 2 cents for today. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the Chemistry Productions YouTube channel, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think. I'm sure we're definitely going to have a lot to talk about.
Chemistry Productions.